It's another episode of the Transfer Talk where we discuss the best transfer news happening and the best rumors, making the rounds in the football world. And first off, for Premier League side, we've got Manchester United. We expect every player to be linked to Manchester United at this point, given their struggles, in the current season. And in terms of forward options, reports say United are leading the race to sign Liam Delap. There's talk that he has a 30 million release clause if Ipswich get relegated, which is looking very much likely. Victor, do you think a player like Delap is what United need?
Huh. Um, okay, where do we even start with what United need? I feel like it's a pretty long list. Okay, they need a new club structure. They need new approaches to coaching. They need new ideas in terms of scouting, data analysis. Before you can even think of like specific names, sure, Delap would be good, definitely an improvement over Hoyland, but who isn't an improvement over Hoyland, right? Um, I think I think Delap should consider joining a club that's run better. I know, Max, I'm sorry, I'm piling on United today a little bit, but I cannot really help it, to be honest. Delap, he's just turned 22, right? He's got his whole career in front of him. But if he joins United and follows in the footsteps of flops like Højlund and Zirkzee, his career might not recover. There might be unreasonable expectations placed on him at a club like United, and I'm afraid he might fail to deliver because of the entire context. If they
Yeah.
want a striker, United, they would be clueless to not want one. I think they should bring in a more established name, someone like Victor Gyökeres, for instance. It's a huge upgrade over any of their current strikers instead of someone like Delap. Delap still needs nurturing. He needs the right environment, and that's not at United.
Mm, fair enough. And over to you, Max, and still on United. United are also, I remember saying a couple weeks ago that Ramsdale could move to a big side because he still has quality to do that. And in the same brain, United are also weighing it up and move for Ramsdale. Do you think it would be an upgrade on Onana? What a funny question.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of him moving to United because he already relegated 3 times. So I can be scared a bit of that, but actually I'm not sure that Onana is the biggest problem at United at the moment because okay, he's doing a lot of mistakes, but probably it's coming from defense line. So adding Ramsdale wouldn't be worse, but I'm not sure it's gonna be a lot better.
Fair enough, but if you ask me, I think anybody, even myself and Victor these days, would count as an upgrade on Onana. But I mean, that's just my opinion if you ask me, but almost
No,
anybody can.
it's not a bad idea for them to bring Ramsdale in because he would come pretty cheap. The rumors say about 25 million. They're
Yeah.
under PSR scrutiny, right? So it would free up some of their available budget, however much that is. As far as I understand, it's not much, but it would free up some of that for more important targets, and it would be an upgrade over Onana.
Yeah, fair enough. And over to you, Victor. So Real Madrid are reportedly weighing up a move for McAllister, even though I don't believe this one, but yeah, they say Real Madrid are weighing up a move for McAllister and they are open to using Adagula as a makeshift player for the deal. So from a Liverpool perspective, do you think this makes sense or not?
No. Look, McAllister has been doing a fantastic job ever since he joined Liverpool. He's learned how to play a new position. He's been doing it at a very high level. It's understandable that a club like Real is looking at him, especially Luka Modric is not getting any younger and uh, might have another 1 or 2 seasons tops. But I think it would be a very big mistake for Liverpool to sell McAllister. There are caveats here, though. There's a lot of South American players in general who dream of playing for either Real or Barcelona. And if he wants to leave, if he wants to join Real Madrid, uh, personally, if I were in, among the powers that be at Liverpool, I'd rather take 120 million pounds in cash instead of a player plus cash deal. And I don't think Arda Güler is needed at Liverpool anyway.
Mm, fair point. Fair point. But I also don't think McAllister would cost 120 million either.
If it's for Real, it should. They've caused Liverpool enough pain.
Okay, fair enough. And over to you, Max. De Bruyne, as we already know, is leaving Manchester City, after a decade at the club, brilliant career for City, I must add. But now the reports are saying he's considering, offers from Europe, even though he's looking likely to move to the MLS. But reports are still saying he's still considering offers from Europe, including Premier League sides. In your opinion, do you think he can do a job for another top six side? And if yes, which club do you think would make sense for him?
I'd say this is obviously not his best year at City, but I still feel like he's capable of doing big things, especially in Premier League. But if you look at regular top six, which include Man United and Spurs, somehow, okay, we're obviously not seeing him in United, also not Spurs, probably not Chelsea. So out of top six, I feel like Arsenal is the only way where he can go. But if we take a deeper look, maybe some club like Newcastle would fit him much better.
Victor, your thoughts?
Hmm. Look how well Milner worked out for Klopp, right?
Hmm.
I mean, of course, wouldn't it be something for Liverpool to make a move for De Bruyne? Naturally, the biggest problem here is the salary. Liverpool have already made a big exception for Salah when it comes to their wage caps, right? Um, as Max said, I think as well, De Bruyne still has plenty to offer for any club. He walks into any starting 11, even taxidermy. The reason he's been playing a bit less this year at City is a combination of injuries plus Guardiola trying to phase him out a little bit, teaching the side how to play without him. As far as what club makes the most sense, I would say none in the Premier League. The thing here is that all other sides could benefit from having him in the squad, right? But it's more than just that. It's money, it's playtime, it's squad balance, it's team prospects, academy stars breaking through. Can you really see him joining anything? I like even Newcastle. I don't think they can afford him. I don't think like okay, the PIF owns Newcastle, but I don't think they're willing to spend as much as has been spent for City, for instance.
Yeah, fair enough. And Victor, still with you and still about City on a final note. Reports are saying City are ready to pay £130 million for Florian Wirtz as De Bruyne's replacement. So, two questions. Do you think he is a good replacement option for De Bruyne, and is he worth that amount?
Uh, as far as a good replacement, absolutely. He's a wonderful player. He's got bags of experience, even though he's only turning 22 next month. But it makes perfect sense for City. Money wise, it's obviously another topic. I think this is kind of goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. He would probably cost 90 to 100 million for any club not owned by a country. 130 million is steep, and that's oil tax for you. Okay, I think he'd be great in the Prem for City or any other huge club, but it needs to make sense money wise. For City, I guess it does at 130.
Yeah, fair enough. I was thinking the same too. He's a brilliant player. He could easily, do the job De Bruyne was doing, and he has room to, add to his potential because obviously he's not yet at his peak, so he can get even better playing under Guardiola. But that amount, especially for a City side that are still being investigated for, ridiculous spending, I don't think is the right way to go, in my
I think
opinion.
they've been very cavalier about this, you know, they've been very cocky about this, the 10-year
Yeah.
contract with Haaland and all that, the January acquisitions, it's like that those charges don't exist.
Well, we'll see in the transfer window. I think the verdict is supposed to come out sometime in the next couple months. So we're just gonna have to see how that plays out. But if you ask me, I think City already have enough background information to say, nah, nothing is gonna happen. We're clear and we can go ahead
Yeah.
and do our business. But yeah, we're just gonna have to see how everything goes. From what the transfer rumors are saying, City are still going to be very much active in the transfer window this summer, and of course, many other sides will be active as well. And we'll just have to see how everything unfolds, and be sure to give all the best transfer news, all the rumors, and all the best confirmed deals as they come.